Slop. It is currently the most contentious YouTube thing currently being discussed. But what if I were to tell you that its DNA is definitely not new, and it's existed for a very long time, but only now, through a very specific series of events, has it catalyzed and fully stuck on to the YouTube meta to become the biggest genre, stats-wise, probably. The biggest, like, regular one, not no fucking kids shit.
Slop is defined as very short form videos, usually posted daily, based on quick shot, easy to digest topics of drama or wide-reaching events, almost always with a face cam. Again, Slop has always been present in the back of people's minds for a long time. It started out during the great meme revolution of 2014, when it was clear a new age of the internet was beginning, but we weren't really sure of what it was. The dominant form of content creation became gameplay commentary, which might sound familiar. Commentary on wide-reaching topics with dramatized. It's very close to modern-day Slop, but without that shot of adrenaline, though. In the modern age of the internet, everything moves at a crackhead speeds, and every topic gets sucked down dry by an army of Slop suckers. Obviously, TikTok itself didn't create this, but its competition with YouTube definitely did. Shorts are rolled out, the minimum for mid-rolls got shifted down from 10 to 8 minutes. Now these videos have the same amount of information, but they can be crammed into a smaller pace. So that's where you begin.
Thanksgiving is a wonderful holiday where friends and families come ass down there and fucking, I'm your dad, I'm gonna come in there and shove your face in and force you to play them. There's be some kind of covert, off-the-books government agency that's gonna kick down your door and arrest you for not liking the fuck your dad ass. Just solve that problem. How is your soulless, generic, irredeemable, putrid, weirdo asshole garbage? You're almost as bad as garlic mouthwash.
It's always funny to me how static Critical's career has been. Yes, he made YouTube videos for a very long time, and he's only lightly coasted between style, which was a pretty great talent for commentation. You know, he's being able to entertain in one genre for so long. He's been able to say so much despite being put into this single box. So it makes sense he's a progenitor for a lot of the trends stereotypical to the genre. I think he's the guy that come up with like the blank situation is blank, or the blank drama is crazy. He came up with that like naming scheme. His actual videos are usually a call and response between the video and the situation he's reacting to. You know, he'll say something about it, be like, guys, this is so fucking stupid, like, what a retard, and then he'll cut to the video, and then he'll be like, guys, this is like really stupid. It's also really funny to me how his thumbnails are either just fucking stretched out pictures of a news story or just himself.
Jack Harlow, the person that any commentary channel talks about to keep their lights on for the rest of the month. I'll be honest, I've kind of ran out of things to say about Jack. He does a car crash every single week. I think what makes him stand out from the traditional kick farmer is the fact that he has such a inflated, probably shouldn't say, he has a very minute. Jack at the minute is struggling for any kind of relevancy.
Pyro Live, another mainstay in the YouTube economy. Pyrocynical is actually a great juxtaposition between Critical, because this motherfucker has pretty much been following the formula of YouTube genres, starting with the early face cam and gameplay, then transitioning over to a sort of I'm Alex commentary in 2017, 18, and 19, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, I don't really have a name for it. Before finally reaching into the bowels of long-form video essays on games and stuff. Though in the modern-day era of Slop, Pyro has become sort of poster child, first creating Pyro Live to fund the bigger once-a-decade videos on his main. You know, he started creating these videos in late 2021, right around when the genre started gaining legs. You know, I remember when this channel was first created. At one point, I actually watched it daily, but eventually just fell off the content of sub, which is probably one of the biggest problems with this genre. His main style is reminiscent of Penguin Zero with a little bit of more flair. By more flair, I mean there's random effects and sounds and zoom-ins and stuff. But in a lot of these videos, I could just seriously not watch them because of just the sheer amount of things they were popping up and going out of the screen. Like, I started feeling nauseous because of all these dumbass blurry effects and all the fucking sliding. And specifically this one camera effect where the camera wobbles in and out. It's like I'm a fucking child on the bottom of the fucking cold floor of the Temu factory, fucking shaking. You know, give me that immersive feeling. I had a great fucking feeling. Though there's a wave of backlash to this trend, which always comes in. He's actually responded to this by going back to an old series that I also actually loved, ASOC, which, you know, I only partially watched through this video, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see if that's successful. I don't know.
I know Halloween is over, but I'm gonna have to start this video with a bit of a spooky scare, so get ready, alright? If you're a guy in your 20s, or God forbid, getting up to those 30s, you're probably Onision or Greg
MEDM.
start this video with a bit of a spooky scare, so get ready, alright?
And why is your name Turkey Tom, but you're not a turkey? Alright, if you really wanted to pull this off and brand it right, you'd be a fucking turkey.
Tom Dark, formerly Tom After Dark. It started out as like a regular second channel where you just throw a It started to get used during the second wave of gameplay commentary, which was started by Slop with a daily slap and finalized with Leafy's return. It was, well, gameplay commentaries, that's what it was. I actually have a very long history with Turkey Tom, so if I ever do this like video series about covering people's YouTube journeys, like just look out for Thomas. But this channel is actually a really funny little fishbowl of insight in this genre, you know, gameplay commentary, tribute, to slowly become what it is now, yes, Slop. It has sort of a good middle ground between Pyro Live and Critical and editing. You know, he has to zoom in and effects, but they're nowhere near as obnoxious as Pyro's. I can actually watch these videos. I cannot watch Pyrocynical videos. I fucking can't. And no, I won't talk about how funny he is. I'm talking about Turkey Tom right after talking about Pyrocynical.
So in the midst of everyone destroying Lunchly, Logan Paul has finally made a response to some of the things being said against the product. It's not really about the things that you hope it's about. I know what you're hoping. It's a response to the mostly or comes from are saying their habitation of the product. They can only find the Paris. So this video here that he posted says and he's specifically responding to one Logan Paul seriously in the current year. I've been hearing more and more periods of their life, like their winter arc is how, you know, they're gonna warn them get or their summer arc where really horrible on the internet as an influencer, no one likes them, but then they become less insufferable, they do something nice, they become fruitcake, shaking ass on it, right?
Cheeto is one of those guys that I've heard of, but I've never really dived into just because he's always seemed kind of generic, and I'm not trying to be rude, but he's looks like kind of a bottom feeder, and by that I mean like he doesn't really reinvent the wheel. You know, at first he jumped off the post-apocalypse gameplay commentary in 2020, so right as when that trend was maybe hitting its twilight years, and he's been kind of coasting off that until about 6 months ago when he's transitioned into the face cam and has sort of a video essay style going on. You know, you have the vignette effect, you have the scan lines, you have the spooky music, you have the blank YouTuber was caught shitting in my ass. He seems to be drifting from this mold, just like a lot of others are. The writing of the videos is, you know, competent, but it's missing some special sauce. So maybe he's just gaining that right now in my eyes. You know, these videos, they're maybe a bit too milquetoast to truly stand out, and which makes him actually a good stand-in for maybe a lot of channels just like him. Think about how many waves and waves of people are making videos identical or mostly like him that are just alright, they're just okay, they're just good enough to sort of gain this bubble. Sort of gain this bubble of people who watch them a bit, but they don't really care for the content very much. That's sort of a Cheeto. But honestly, I am following his career with great honesty, and I think maybe he could, if he could expand his style a little bit, he could get a little bit better. He could be actually pretty great. You know what I mean? I'd actually watch some of these videos. Some of them were kind of entertaining. So just keep on going, Cheeto. You're good. Obviously, Slop was the big new thing in 2022 and 2023, but now you can see quite a bit of pushback. Not necessarily numbers-wise, but pretty much the YouTube community, the sentiment of it. That's partly because, to be honest, it's not really hard to make fun of this drawing, right? Most of the time it's pretty monotonous, and especially as you start reaching down to the bottom of the barrel, you really get some like really desperate, sad channels, which are basically just akin to content farms. Frankly, I'm just interested in seeing how exactly this genre will adapt to the times, especially with the TikTok divest or ban law coming into effect in January, which, if it does, will infinitely change the internet forever. But of course, all we can do is wait and observe the changing of the seasons, the changing of the tides, the